This is In the Sheds with Albie, Brucey and Donnie. Check us out on Facebook or Twitter @thesheds885.
That's right, you're back. You're in the Sheds with Albie, Brucey and Donnie. You can hit us up on Twitter @thesheds885, or you can get in touch with us on Facebook at the same address. Send us a message, we'll read it out. As we do every week, except for one when Brucey wasn't here, we felt like we'd been let down, but we're joined now by Sean Oleksenko, the assassin himself. Now, Sean, or Ollie, sorry, you made yourself kind of famous on this program in the first week when Brucey announced that that his daughter's team had made the grand final in the netball, and you were quick to kind of jump in and let us know that, no, that's not right, it's only the semi-final. And pretty much since then, it's almost like a weekly thing that you kind of chime in and just let us know when we've done the wrong thing. So how are you doing, Ollie?
Yeah, good, thanks, Wiz. Good.
Welcome to the show, Ollie.
Thanks, Brucey, Donnie. Good to be here. It seems like I just sit at home and wait to pick up on your mistakes, doesn't it?
Yeah, we make enough.
Yeah. You're getting better, though, I'd have to say, Certainly improving each week.
We're almost up to Ollie's standards.
Yeah. It's getting there. But yeah, I heard Brucey talking away there, and I was thinking to myself, I don't think it's grand final. It's a final four. Semi-finals, second semi, prelims, grand final. I think you jumped the gun there, Brucey. I looked it up, and of course, I was right. So I thought I'd get stuck into Brucey, and I gave him a text message, but obviously he didn't read it till after.
He read it. He read it. He didn't want to say anything.
Chose to ignore it, didn't he?
Yeah. He didn't want to read it out.
No. Well, there you go.
Surely not.
Well, you would have thought you'd be
We've given
better.
you the opportunity to come in here and stuff up yourself, mate. So
Yeah. I thought there was a method to the madness. I thought, probably wanted me in here to sledge me back for the few weeks I've given you all sledges.
No,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Well, what we thought was if we gave you an outlet to sledge other people, you might not sledge us as much. So
yeah, well, I wouldn't count on it, but it's how I live. It's good fun. Hey.
Oh, fantastic. Now, Ollie, you are an inaugural member of the Ellenbrook Eels. Now, we tried to do some research, and I know that you played over 50 games, but how many games exactly did you play for the Eels?
51.
51?
50th game was the 2004 grand final against Swan Valley. 51 games was the replay the week after, and then that was it. I think I went to pre-season training the following year and didn't get to the first game, pulled the pin and decided just to play golf on the weekend. It was, a lot easier on the body, no training, keeps everyone happy.
Easier on the body.
Now,
I don't know.
I think you were the first player to get to 50 games, is it?
No.
No?
I think it was about the third. I think Newey beat me.
Newey, yes. Newey and then Cal Snars.
Yeah, I think they were
I now remember this infamous moment in history.
Yes.
Someone got dropped for one game. I don't want to cast aspersions on who that person was who got dropped.
No.
Yes.
It was interesting.
We'll cast back to the very first season of the Ellenbrook Eels where we were in the mercantile competition, and we were playing against a team called Yanship.
Yep, that's correct.
And you scooped up 2 votes for you. You basically took on the role as a shutdown player on a very, very talented midfielder known as Hammer for the Yanship side. And not only did we notice what a great job you did, but the umpires even noticed and awarded you 2 votes for the association. And I remember being at the association medal count and seeing the face of the Yanship players when they realised it was you that got the 2 votes.
That was an interesting one. Rock up to training for everyone to give me a big cheer, saying that it got 2 in the association polling, and it was a bit of a surprise. But that was my role in the team. Didn't have a lot of endurance, so didn't play midfield. Didn't have a lot of flair, so never got much of a chance up forward. So my role was play in the back pocket, hold the small forward goalless, or sit on the bench. And
Clint Jones type shutdown there.
I think I did a bit of both. I think probably besides the first couple of games where we barely fielded a team, 17 or 18 players, I think every game after that I had at least one quarter on the bench. But usually sitting there next to Wiz most of the time, sitting alongside me there, the little young, 16, 17-year-old?
Yeah, I was 17. For those that don't know, that was actually my original nickname in the footy when I first started out. Because I was actually young and fast back then, and hadn't actually discovered alcohol because I'd only just started playing for the Ellenbrook Eels. So
we won't go into how you got your nickname. That's fine.
Yeah.
Now, I thought it was more like you just ran around like you're on a massive sugar hit of such,
that too.
Just like whizzing all over the place, but not really doing much, just whizzing here and there, and
pretty much. I actually remember my very first game was against Inaloo, and it was an infamous game that I'm sure you guys remember, where our club president got punched out by one of the players for the Inaloo, and then I
got one that day as well.
Our future coach basically wiped out half of the Inaloo side. It was I was 17 years old, and I remember standing next to one of the players, and he's looking at me. He's like going, "Oh, Bunga there, he's a really good fighter. He's going to hurt your guy." And I've gone, "Oh, he actually trains like people in martial arts and kickboxing," and then he's like, "Oh, Bunga's about to get smashed then, isn't he?" And I was like, "Yeah, pretty much." And the only thing he cared about was that he was probably going to lose his free kick because he'd actually got the free, and he was like, "I'm going to lose my free, aren't I?" I was like, "I think you are." He's like, "Oh, this is crap," and he's like, walked off in a huff. I was like, half your team's just been wiped out by one person, and you care that you've lost the free kick.
Yeah, that was an interesting league to play in, the Mercantile.
Yes, it certainly was. But, I mean, we did really well first season.
From where we started, and
I think a week out from the first game, we didn't even know if we were going to field a team. To end up making the grand final, the only team to beat Yanship that year.
Yep.
They only lost one game, that was against us. So I think
borrowed jumpers all year, no change rooms.
Yep.
No change rooms. It was.
I still have my Bulldogs jersey.
I say it's Brucey.
Yeah. Well, Brucey still wears his.
Yeah, no, we had Bulldogs, we had Melbourne. We had a Melbourne jumper at one stage.
Oh, I missed the Melbourne jumper, but I did have the Bulldogs one, and I had the Dockers jersey.
I think there was only one person who ended up keeping all jumpers, and that was Troy Newick, and he used them all to go fishing in, and they're all stuffed. So well done, Troy.
Well, it's actually a funny story. The inaugural jersey that we ended up for the grand final, the inaugural grand final jersey, I actually still had that, and we donated that to the Ellenbrook Eels. So that actually hangs now in the club rooms, and that's the all of us that played in the grand final and pretty much played that season have all got a chance to sign that. So a bit of history down at the DOS.
Yeah, they've got a few jumpers hanging up there now. I think obviously our drawn grand final jumpers up there.
That's
a bit of a touchy one. I don't know why it's up there, but I suppose it's all part of the history, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's something I think the first grade Rezzies, the Rezzies have won, nearly 5 now, I think. So, the league still haven't, the league's team hasn't got one, but anyway.
Prelims. I love a prelim.
Oh. Yeah, there's another one.
So, played 51 games. What would you say, if we take the grand finals out of it, what would you say was your most memorable moment?
Well, as I said, I played a lot of football in the back line, get a couple of runs in the forward line, so it's always good to kick a goal. I think I kicked one against Bullsbrook, Coolamon, and I think I got one against Wandowie. It's Wandowie we played.
Yeah,
we
played against
Wandowie. I think I got one against them. I'm playing up at Wandowie on the blue medal oval.
Oh.
I remember that actually. Yeah, I needed stitches in my knee after one of the games, taking a mark in the goal square.
So so the goals are always good. I mean, it's great when you get to shut down one of their good small forwards and you can walk off saying, well, I didn't get a possession myself, but neither did he. So that's good. I mean, I was always sacrificing my game. Could have been a lot better, but just stayed in the pocket for the sake of the team.
Well, you did, you're right, and that was a big thing with Hatchie and with Newey as coaches, was that they'd give you a role and they didn't really care if you got 50 touches or got 5-10 touches. They just wanted you to do your role and your position, and that's where guys like Paul Laidley did Touchy couldn't play football to save his life, but he could tag someone out of the game like you wouldn't believe, and that's what made him such a character at the football club, was his ability to tag out players. And I think that's why we, for that first 3 years, we had such a successful run, is that every player kind of, you had Newey and you had Hatchie go through with those players what their role was. Everyone knew what their role was when they went out into the footy field. And, you know, if you got a few touches on top of what you were out there to do, fantastic. But mainly, we were there to shut down and prevent players running.
Exactly. Play to your strengths. That's what they made us do. And, well, it nearly got us there.
Yeah.
Very close.
We do reminisce a little bit further on here, but sorry, we've got to keep this moving.
Yeah,
we've got to keep it moving. But I do want to bring up one thing. How did you go with your netball coaching career this year? I know you've taken on coaching Mayo.
Yes.
So,
coached netball this year for the first year. I had a mixed team, year 5, year 6 team. Pretty short. For a netball team, we were pretty short, but
I can honestly say to my listeners, our listeners here, that the conversation, that is a very, very edited and well restrained response to this man takes his coaching very, very seriously, and
yes,
if it could be mental disintegration and verbal disintegration of children, that's what was going to happen, but he's refrained. So
look, that's what everyone thought, but you know, I thought I did
Kudos
a good job.
For you to do it, mate. I thought you did a good job too. So I heard that from other people. So
yeah,
and passionate people is what we need as coaches. Hannah plays as well, so she's in the same sort of things. So.
Yeah, certainly passionate.
Did the refs ever tell you that you had one more warning? Last chance, Oleksenko. Last chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will admit. Yeah.
Move on. Next one.
But you know, hey, it's passion. I just wanted to see the girls do well and be umpired fairly. And look, overall the umpire's really good. We play in the age group where we get a lot of the young girls who are learning how to be umpires and develop their skills that way. And so obviously, like the age group of girls that I train, make a lot of mistakes, and you're only going to get better when you make those mistakes. And
Hannah's doing umpiring as well, and that's all part of her development, and I'm sure they'll enjoy all the rest of it.
I mean, kudos to the girls who give it a go, because, as we all know, in sport, you need the umpires, you need the referees, and if you don't have them, then nobody plays the game. So you have to respect them out there. Obviously, the frustrations and the passion comes out sometimes, but you've got to be fairly restrained and hold that back and